Hello, hello. Good morning. How's it going, everybody? We're back, and kind of figured out what we were just stumped on last week. Not last week, Monday, 2 days ago. We were trying to set up all of this bit flag stuff, and I forgot how to do bit flags effectively, so I kind of just hit a brick wall, and sorry if that was kind of a tedious, frustrating stream. It was probably more for me than anyone else, but we figured it out. I worked through this Monday night and a little bit yesterday, and so now we have some nice logic. I figured out something cool that I didn't really know about, which was this whole dictionary.get, which is a beautiful little function because you can get something by a key, but if it's not there, you can specify a default value. You don't have to just deal with nulls and null checks everywhere. So that's lovely. So we're doing that for each of our neighbors, our positive x neighbor, negative x, positive y, positive z. We don't have to worry about negative z. Eventually we may worry about negative z, but at the moment, we're not going to worry about it. And we just get those. And if they're not there, we just grab an empty block flag so that we can still do our checks. Which is great because we don't really use empty block flags in the dictionary. Like, there are no blocks in the dictionary that are marked as empty. We just have a sparse dictionary. But we can still make use of this empty flag when we're doing our checks instead of having to deal with nulls. So this is beautiful. I need to put get into more of my code instead of doing this. Does the dictionary have the value? Okay, operate on that. Get that value and operate on it. Like, I want to stop doing that. Get is beautiful. And so we do that. So we get all our neighbors. We make this door tile object, which is an inner class of the door layer for now. We may change that. But a door tile object is really just its axis. Like, are we X, are we Y, are we Z? It's a hull. Like, are we inner, are we outer? And it's a type. Are we like a single door, are we a double door? So we get our door tile, and we just go through these series of bitwise comparisons where we go like, if positive x and negative x are they both walls, then we know what they are. Like, are we flanked on both of our x sides by a wall? Then we know our door axis because it's the opposite of this. We know our door tile type. It's a single door because we're surrounded on both sides by walls. We can also then say, well, if it's not that, let's check if it's positive x XORed against negative x, in which case maybe it's a wall and one door. If it's a wall and one door, if it's a wall on one side and a door on the other, then we know that we're a double door. And then we have a few more checks here, like, are we flanked on both sides by doors? Well, then we're invalid because we don't have a triple door. A triple door would be really hard to implement because you'd have a tile in the middle that belongs to both sides. It would be a mess. It would be a whole mess. So we're not going to support triple doors. I don't see a world in which we need to support triple doors. Double doors should be fine. And so we have similar checks like that. Like, I forgot what this is. So if we aren't both walls, then, oh, this is saying, so if either of these are walls, because we've already ruled out both of them being walls, but if either of them are walls, then we're also invalid because now we're a door that's empty on one side. Same deal. Do we have just one door on one side and nothing on the other side? Well, then we're invalid again. We need like an invalid sprite. I think I'm just gonna make like a magenta cube. That's what I'm gonna do for the invalid sprite. Maybe we'll make that once we get this stuff working, just so we have a invalid shape. I should do that. Maybe we'll do that today. And so we can go through that. So we've checked all the x-axis stuff. Then down here we can say, you know, if the door tile type is invalid, you know, if we've set the invalid bit on the door type, then just assign it and move on. Otherwise, we need to check the y's. And the y check is a little more complicated because we need to consider the x check. So like, well, you do the same thing at the top of the x, or we're at the top of the y and we do the same thing. We're like, are we surrounded on both y sides? So if we're surrounded on both sides of the y-axis by a wall, then we add the door axis. We add it here by ORing it, basically, just in case we're already also y-axis. Just a little silly, but that's the benefit of using a flag. We can tell that we're both x and y. Practically, it won't matter, but it makes this easier. And then we can say, you know, if the door tile type is currently unknown, like we haven't set it yet, then we know it's a single door. But if up here we set maybe the door has walls on its positive x and negative x, so we were like, oh, it's a single door, and then we look at the y and we're like, oh, it's got a wall on its negative y and positive y, then it's invalid, because that means it's a door that's surrounded on all sides by walls. So we have checks like that, so I'm not going to go through the rest of these because it's the same idea. I'm going to turn the lights off. My eyes are kind of feel strained. Oh. Come on, camera. Adapt. There we go. This camera's really good in low light. Maybe I should just turn the lights down. Turn them back on, turn them down to like... That's up. I don't remember what they were on before. Turn them down low. Nice and low here. There we go. Using 5% of these lights. These cameras are really good in low light situations, which is a blessing for me. Anyway, so we're setting the axis and the type of the door here. Down here we can say, if there isn't a block above us, that we're also invalid because we can't have a door like that. The door needs to be sealed on all three sides, or all four sides technically, but all four, I mean z, positive and negative z, and one of either x or y, not both. So it kind of a door needs to be sealed on exactly four sides. Not five, not three, four. Top, bottom, left, right, based on the orientation of the door. And then we just add the tile. So what we need to do here, we still aren't checking the hull. We need to determine the hull. So I've kind of taken what's been multiple steps in other scripts in the wall and the floor, which is like we get the hull type, then we get the atlas coords and the source ID and the alt tiles. We're not doing any of that shit for the door. The door is really just get the door. If you get the door, please. That's all we're really doing. So I need to figure out where I want to get the door hull. Probably here somewhere. Probably down here towards the bottom. Actually, when we determine the axis, that's kind of when we want to do it. Let's get a little more working space there. I mean, I could shunt it into each of these just so we're assigning the thing all at once, but I also don't think that's necessary. We also don't really care if it's invalid. Like if it's invalid, we don't really care what the axis is or what the hull type is. So down here, we could just say if door tile type and flag.door invalid is not equal to flag.door.invalid. So as long as we're not invalid, then we can do this hull check. Okay, this is where it gets kind of silly. So we're gonna say variable adjacent block is ship hull. I could get rid of the ship hull part. Like I could just put tile blocks on the layer in reference to the ship hull's tile blocks, so we don't have to reference the ship hull every time, but I kind of prefer to do it this way just so we know who owns the tile block dictionary. Tile blocks.get. It's going to be coords plus op block. Oh, actually, do we know? Oh, we already have it. We actually already have it. We could just do a match. We don't need a match because it's either or. We don't need to do another one of these. We don't even need to declare the adjacent block. We could just say if door tile dot axis is equal to flag dot axis.x. I should technically do doortile.axis and flag.axis.x, but we'll have this be another potential validity check, so that if there's two axis flags set, this will fail. It should never happen, but we'll just keep it in there. All right, if doortile.axis is flag.x, then we check. This is where I go back to this. So we want to see say if pos x, oh no. So if the door tiles axis, so if the doors are axis.y, yeah, okay. So if pos x and flag.block.wall. Here's one thing I'm not quite sure of how to do. So it would be pos x and flag.block.wall, or pos x and flag.block.door. So I need to put these in parentheses probably, right? So I've got the ordering right. So I want to make sure we have an X, we have a wall, or we have a door. So to check if we have a wall or a door. I mean, I could do these as two separate checks. I'm being unnecessarily clever. No, because this could come up as a wall or a door. It won't come out. It won't ever come up as both. So no, we can't do this like the way I'm suggesting. We just need to do if pos x and block wall evaluates to flag.block.wall. We're doing this instead of just straight logical checking because I'm tempted to, because I'm using these as flags now, I can have more than one. Whereas before, a wall implied a floor. But I think going forward, a wall doesn't necessarily imply a floor. Like it might be a certain kind of wall. Yeah, walls are going to get more complicated. So I'd rather start doing this in a way that's flexible. So we'll just say or. We'll do the same check, but with doors. Maybe there's a clever way to do that with only bit stuff, but I can't think of it. And I don't want to get stuck again like I did on Monday. So we're just going to do what we know. So if the wall is, if the positive X neighbor is either a wall or a door, I might take away this flag thing and make block and door and stuff a class. Because then door could have its flags. Although that wouldn't be any shorter because it would just say door. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that wouldn't be any shorter, huh? All right, well, this should work. This is fine. So if we're a wall or a door, that's the equivalent of this section down here. Oh, well, this won't be. If this is true, this would have been caught higher up. So I actually don't need to check for this. I just need to check to see if it's a floor. Actually, I don't even need to check to see if it's a floor. I just need to check to see whether it's contained or not. I'm a fool. What am I checking? So I'm just going to check if ship hall dot compartments 0 dot has. Here it's fine to use has because I don't actually need to get anything back from this. Dot has positive X. So if it's an outer compartment, then we know that door tile dot hall is flag dot hall dot inner, no, outer. Else door tile dot hall is flag dot hall dot inner. And then we just do the same thing, but for, but for the case of elif door tile dot axis equals flag dot axis dot y. In which case, but if it's X, we check pos. Oops. What did I just do? Pos Y. Can't see my keyboard. I can't see the right half of my keyboard because of this microphone. I'm constantly hitting the wrong key. I also have a really weird keyboard though, so don't think I'm like just a noob. Here's half of my keyboard. This is half of the keyboard that I'm using. It's really good for like RSI and stuff like that. Highly recommend, you know, if you've the budget for it, which I don't, but I got it anyway. All right, flag axis X, and then we check positive Y. If flag axis is Y, we check positive X. For now, it's always positive. This may change, or not may. This will change. Actually, no, will it? Because this isn't tied to the renderer yet. Oh no, it will change because this is inherently tied to the renderer. This is part of the rendering representation of the door here. At least this part is, this hull part. So we might actually make this part, we might actually move this to a different part of the code. But this is the hull. So now we have all three parts of the door tile. We have all the information we need for our door tile. So we don't actually have to do this whole get hull types. Reset tile IDs. What does this function do? Tile IDs dot clear, chords and hull types. Chords.z is blah blah blah. No. Tile IDs chords equals tile ID dot new. I don't think a tile ID is actually going to work for us. So tile ID has a source ID, Atlas chords, alternative tile. We just have, because of how we're doing this with the doors, because it's a scene collection, we actually just have a source ID and then IDs. Tile IDs, just ID 1, ID 2, ID 3. No ID 0, which is interesting. What is display place? Oh, that's cool. Oh, so this is a placeholder if you're using it in the scene view. Or if you're using it in the editor. We're doing this at runtime, so we don't care, but... I don't totally agree with having the lower be first and then the upper. But it doesn't really matter. Oh, we need to know what segment we are. Is the one thing we need to know. We need to know whether we're the lower or the upper segment. Is there a 4-letter word for segment? Part, maybe? Yeah, part. Hunk. Lump, slab. No, none of those are gonna work. Yeah, part. Part is great. Part is perfect. So we need one more check. You might as well just do this all in one fell swoop here. We have no reason to really spread this out. Actually, no. Maybe we do. Maybe we do want to. Because we can't guarantee... We would need to check what the other is. So yeah, we want to do that in a different pass. Probably break that out into a different part. We're going to add this to this inner class here. We're going to add part. Enum part. Null is, oops, null is 0. Lower is 1. Oops. Lower is 1. Upper is 2. All right. We're cooking here. Maybe the part flag should just belong to the door, but I don't know. Like maybe it doesn't need to be in this flag class because it might not be excuse me, it might not be applicable beyond the door. But maybe it's applicable for any 2-tile object. Which we may have more than one 2-tile object. You know? I misnamed these. I'm like thinking about our tiles. This is known as the upper. This is actually the lower. Or maybe it's not. It's upper in the sense that it's like the top part. But it's lower in the sense of where it sits on the grid. Yeah, let's change this. We can change this in a number of places. This is not the lower. All right, yeah, I need to change it everywhere. I need to change it on the sprite. I'm gonna do this outside of Godot so that it doesn't just complain. So I can just do it all and then it will re-import. I'm going to do this from a sprite. Hey, Lucas. Thanks. We don't really have anything visual going on right now. But we're adding doors to our auto tiler, and I think we're getting there. Anyway, how are you doing today? Is this what I call them? Blast door? I think I call them something else. Yeah, I call them here, these. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I still call them blast doors. These are the exports. Yeah, it looks like I do still call them blast doors. I should call them double doors. It looks like I do it from here. Yeah. So for one thing, we're going to rename this file door double lower segment is fine. We're going to call this one Oh, actually, we need to rename this. This is door. Where'd it go? There it is. Door double low. Door upper lower. Door door upper lower. Door double upper. God, this is tricky. And then this is door double lower. All right. Yeah, so this is lower. It looks upper, but that's a common misconception. So don't think I'm going to name it anim. So we're going to export it as a sprite sheet. We're going to make the export file door double lower. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see. Door double outer lower. Do we want lower first? Lower outer. No, I want outer first. And this is packed. Yeah. And it's layers, only visible layers. Yep, correct. Door double outer lower. Yeah. Okay, and then we do the other one. We do the inner. And this is door double inner lower. Okay, let's get the upper portion of it now. I need to clean up this file. There's tons of stuff in this file that are old and obsolete. Changed my mind again. I'm going to put inner and outer after lower and upper. So we're going to say door double lower inner. Because it's more materially relevant that it's lower or upper. And then outer or inner is just a reskin. So it's less significant. Trying to name these in order of significance. So it's like the most significant aspect of it is that it's a door. Then the second most significant aspect of it is that it's a double door. And then it's the lower half of the double door. And then it's skinned for the inner hull of the lower half of the double door. Okay. Sometimes this stuff doesn't feel like it matters, but you get to a certain size of project and everything becomes unintelligible if you don't manage this stuff well, I think, is my feeling on it. So we'll get the door double upper. And this is upper. Oh, hold on a second. What if we rotated ourselves 90 degrees? Oh, shit. I was renaming these upper and lower based on based on their placement, but I realize we have camera rotation, so I'm actually going to need to draw these. Can I just, is it easy? Is it as easy as flipping this vertical? Not exactly. If I flip it horizontal after flipping it vertical. No. Okay, I'm gonna need to draw these with an additional direction. Okay. Naming them back. Changing their names back. Forgot about camera rotation. So they need to be named based on their own relationship to each other. Doing the file name shuffle here to avoid doing any real work today. So you're upper. You're going back to being upper. We'll export these last couple here. So your door, double inner. Your door, double lower, outer. All right, we might be drawing doors for the rest of the day. Now that I'm realizing the problem here. So I have this, and we can flip this for the other arrangement, but we never change the case of this lower, quote unquote lower, as in it's the bottom half of the door. This lower segment is never being drawn in the background. It's always being drawn in the foreground. This upper segment is always being drawn in the background, never the foreground. We need the opposite. So I need to draw these. I need to draw these doors from all four directions. Which means I need to draw them from two because we can just flip them horizontally for the other two. Fun. Okay. We were programming today, but I want to do this because I need to think about things on these terms. So I want to have the door system handle it. And we said we're working on doors this week, so that's what we're going to work on. I'll reopen this just so that we do some importing. Actually, maybe I don't reopen this. Actually, no, I didn't delete anything. I just renamed some stuff. It should be fine. We are due for a file folder cleanup and restructuring, though. I might do that this weekend. Hey, Venomweed, how's it going? We're chugging along with our door tile stuff. We've made some good progress in the last day or so. Oh, we have folders now. We've always had folders. I'm actually thinking about doing a file structure reorganization. For small projects like jams and stuff, I like having the top level file structure be file type. So you go into the scenes, and then there's the door scenes and the ship scenes and the stuff. But I don't think Godot likes doing it this way, and I think at a certain scale of project, this becomes unwieldy, so I'm going to reorganize this conceptually. So there might be a top folder for, like, environment, and then characters, and then we'll have character stuff in there. And, like, the doors will have the scenes and the scripts and the sprites and the sprite frames and everything all in a door folder somewhere. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, for big projects, that sucks. Problem is, most projects start as small projects and become big projects. So yeah, I'm getting tired of this, and I also need to clean out some old archived versions of folder files and stuff, because I'm a very much a don't delete files kind of person. Like, I'm the kind of guy that has project final 3. And all the other versions preceding that all still there. So I need to do some cleanup. But we were coding up some complex door logic, some door auto tiling logic, which is pretty much done. And then we identified a gap in our sprite setup here where we actually need a few more views of this door. So I think I'm going to draw some doors. Wait, you have Git enabled, right? I do have Git enabled. I'm talking about, like, when I'm exporting different versions of files. I'm not talking about, like, code files. I'm talking about, like, art assets. Where I'll do an art asset, I'll export it, and then I'll do it, like, a different version of the art asset, and I'll export it as a different file, just so I have, like, can use different ones of those. And also so that references don't break, in case I have, like, an older version of stuff. It's not, I do use Git. I'm not anti-Git. I just like to make things in a way that I don't break things. So I'll retain some older, especially assets. I'll retain older asset files just so things keep working the way they work. Like, this version of the ship is using an old tile set, using old sprites, just so that it's still here and it still works and it's not broken. Like, it's still valid. Like, I don't need it right now, but I wanted to keep it working as much as possible in case I did want to review it, even though our new system is completely based off different stuff. Like, the one that we're drawing here is totally a different, these are different sprite sheets. Oh, and I broke them. What did I do? I broke something. I mean, that's okay, but yeah, cleanup is also needed from time to... Exactly, yeah. We're getting to that point. This project's been around for about 9 or 10 months here. So, it's about time. But how are you doing? What have you been up to? So we broke something. I want to say we broke something in the flag system. Because we made some changes to our flags, especially this axis flag. So let's go see. We broke stuff with let's see exactly what we broke. I think we just broke some simple auto, like yeah, we broke some auto tiling logic here. Look at this. This is horrible. It's not clear to me what exactly we've done. So inner and outer is all messed up. This is pretty hilarious. We weren't even working on that stuff, but we changed something ancillary, so broke everything. That looks fine, yeah. You were watching the progress bar for 2 hours when importing a DB dump? Jeez. They won't notice? Yeah. Nobody will notice. So what do I suspect happened? What's happening is someone was probably relying on the numeric value of the flag Because before Monday, these flags were just, they weren't, you know, powers of 2. They weren't like bit flags before. They were just regular enum flags. And so like floor just started at 0. But I made floor, so I made them bit flags, and then I added some empty values for them all. So instead of floor starting at 0, floor starts at 1. So hull probably broke. Block probably broke. Axis may have broken. So we just need to go through and check some stuff. See what we've done and make any adjustments needed. So we're just gonna look for instances where the flag is. So if dimension is equal to flag.axis.z, here we are. This is probably wrong. Let's go look at ship deck. Dimension is null. Dimension is X. Yeah, okay, I broke my export values. I forgot, it's always the export value. I hate changing anything related to an export value because it always just breaks everything. That may be the only problem. I thought I checked for this stuff. I checked for this stuff in the code at least. I didn't check for it in the scenes, which I should have done. So XYZ, XYZ. At least we have strong scene node scene instancing and inheritance. So we should only need to make that change in one spot, and it should be fine. Block type. Oh, we might need to change block type. Yeah, block type broke as well. So your floor. Why is this song like... Oh, sorry. Venomweed. Oh, by the way, did you see the new dual auto tiling thing that came out? No. You tell that to me as I have like, as I come up with my own like 6-layer auto tiling system. Here. People are like, why did you make your own auto tiler? There is an auto tiler. I'm like, well, I have a particular set of needs. I'm gonna check the Godot Discord. Did it actually come out, or is it like a future thing that's gonna happen? Because I don't remember any big updates coming out. I remember them sharing 4.4 Dev 2, which has some cool stuff in it. I'm excited about 4.4 Dev 2. Come on, Pretzel. Yeah, you can post links here. Oh, it's not official. It's not official. Links are fine. It's one of the 3 rules. Please link responsibly. And that refers to both posting links and clicking on links. So yeah, links are okay. Maybe someday I'll have to ban links. But it is not this day. Well, we're pretty excited about this dev snapshot. There was something on here that was like really tempting. Yeah, that's good. Highlights. There were some highlights. Here's 4.4.1. Metal rendering, 3D physics. Physics interpolation, that's pretty dope. I don't know much about texture compression. No, it wasn't this one. It was this one. Type dictionaries. Type dictionaries. Huzzah. Type dictionaries are cool. Errorless first project import is cool. Visual shader I don't really use. Bunch of extra stuff. Kind of incredible they're already on their way. But yeah, type dictionaries is going to be awesome. I don't feel like I could make my auto tiler like a plugin, you know? I don't feel like it's ever going to be, like, I feel like it's so particular in its use that it won't ever really function as such, but I don't know, maybe. Okay, so I fixed the export values. We've got ads coming up, but I want to see if that did it. Ideally, in an ideal world, that did it. Oh, nope, we broke it. Oh, dimension, it's got to be, I see. All right, I see how to fix this. We got ads, 3 minutes. I'm gonna get up, stretch my legs, come back. Maybe check out this unofficial auto tiler that Venom's talking about, and we'll fix this. All right, we're back. I said I was gonna stretch my legs. I really just lay in my bed for like 3 minutes. But whatever it takes. All right, we got a link. I'm gonna look at the GitHub instead of the video. GitHub repo all supports isometric. Wow. Last time we looked at a YouTube video on stream, it broke our YouTube stream. So I'm hesitant to do that, but tile map dual. Okay, so this is for like a foreground background situation. Introducing tile map dual. Let me blow this up a little so we can actually read it. By Pablo and Andy. Dual grid tile set. Excuse me. Real time, in editor, and in game. That's part's cool. That's what we're also doing for both square and isometric grids. Dual grid system reduces the number of tiles required from 47 to just 15. I've heard about this, the 15 tile. I think Just Codes put up a video about the 15 tile system. I need to look into this. It doesn't apply to like what I'm currently doing because of how janky and weird it is. But I need to learn how this works for at least just for game jams. Oh, there's even a tile map generator. That's pretty cool. Oh, cool. Their isometric system will be great for like a grid-based, for anything grid-based. Or not grid-based, you know, I'm a hex grid-based. That would be cool. That looks really rad. I'll star this. Inspiration. It's on my inspiration list. Rad. So it links like two. It links like it and the layer above it, or it takes the layer above it. Oh no, so it's like linking two tile map layers. That's cool. You could probably make this work for different numbers of tiles. Oh, they reference Just Codes. Of course they do. Super cool. They have demo videos too. Nice. Oh, the video was from Just Codes. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've seen that video. Just Codes is the best. I use their water shader in one of my projects. That's rad. All right, so here's our problem. So that's cool. We have like a hexatile system. Actually, we're gonna have more than 6. We have an n numbered auto tiling system where n is some arbitrary number. Right now it's 6, but it's actually gonna be 7 as soon as the doors get implemented. N stands for number, yes. So yeah, here's our problem. When we're adjacent faces, we have these arrays that we index into by our dimension, but our dimension is not 0, 1, 2 anymore. Our dimensions are now 1, 2, 4, 8, if you have a 4th dimension in there, which I included, though I'm not planning to use really. But you might. You might. So instead, we need adjacent faces to be a dictionary. That's like that's the easy way to fix this, is to have it be a dictionary of arrays. Make it a dictionary. Place these square brackets with curly brackets. And then we just say like flag.axis.x is that. using a colon because that's how we do. And we say flag.access.y is that. And we say flag.access.z is that. And we just go do that over here. So these are different, right? If these aren't different, I'm going to be a little upset. They are different. Okay. I heart pandas. What are you working on? Hey, what's up, pandas? We are working on. So we have our auto tiler more or less working for floors and walls. I don't know if you've seen it. We can just draw rooms and stuff on multiple layers. We're adding doors. We're adding it so you can draw doors. And you can like actually draw them. So you could draw one door or you could draw a double door if you like click and drag across two spaces. So we're working on that. We're fixing a bug that we introduced ourselves, making some changes to support doors. How are you doing? You got back. How was your trip? Oops. Did something horrible. We change it to a dictionary. I love when this is going to be typed. We were just talking about typed dictionaries in the next version of Godot, and that will be exciting. Sounds fun. Trip was good. Nice to spend time on the coast. Yeah, I would imagine so. I feel robbed. We like haven't really gotten our like proper San Francisco summer out here. We're supposed to have at least like a month or two of like nice, like really nice warm weather. We have not gotten it yet, and it's like we got like maybe a week, 1 week of it. And we're supposed to get one more week of it maybe next week, and I'm like, I feel robbed. I would love some nice California coastal weather. What am I doing? So what else could potentially have been the problem? Anywhere we're using dimension, basically. So op block. We also need to change op block. Op block resides here. Op block is an array of vector 3s. Op block needs to be a dictionary of vector 3s. This feels like this should be in a utility class somewhere. Because it's just giving us the vector representation of an axis. That should all work now. Did we fix it? Did we fix everything? Maybe? Not really? Now we're just dumping these solid blocks here. And we only have walls. Yeah, I changed our enum that we use to identify shapes. And I need to figure out what I've done here. So where would that particular problem live? That's the room drawing stuff. So let's go through the ship editor. I was hoping I wouldn't have to go line by line and figure this out, but let's go find every instance of flag. Oh, maybe the active block type is just wrong. Where's the first instance of this? Active block type, Flag.block.floor, sure. That's a good one to start. Adjacent tiles might be broken here as well. I don't know what we use this for. Do we not use this at all? We don't use this at all. Okay. Get rid of that. Flag. Right now, the system is based on exclusive block flags. So you either are a floor, or you're a wall, or you're a door. But part of our refactor made it so you could have multiple of them. So you could say this tile block has a wall on top and a floor underneath. But you could also say it's just a wall, which you might have for like the bottom of the ship. Might just have like a curved set that's like the bottom of it and it has no floor. So I want to at least open up the possibility of having more than one type. But right now we treat it as basically implied. So this is, we could have a problem here, replace block at. We definitely need to add doors to this. Actually, no, we might not need to do that here. So somewhere our usage of flags is causing a problem. We might not be able to find it by searching for flag though. I don't love this. Oh, here's a good little refactor we could do. We could let's not mess with it right now. Let's focus on that thing that's the actual problem. Which is not this, I believe. But now that we are using bit flags, we can change some of these evaluations. So there's an issue with active block type, maybe. Or something. Because we're drawing these solid blocks instead of the sections that we actually want. And we do that here. So we say match active block type. Yeah. So if we're drawing a wall and we ask, is the utility inside? And we say otherwise, is it enclosed? Min point and max point. Now pending block has dot chords, replace block at flag dot block dot floor. Pending blocks dot has chords. So the problem might not be here. We might actually be placing blocks totally correctly. The problem might be with drawing the blocks. I don't see any errors here that would cause us to place blocks incorrectly. But what we're probably doing is drawing them incorrectly. You know, I'm probably referencing a hard-coded number for one of the dimensions. I'm probably saying something like, if dimension is less than 2 or something like that. That we need to stop doing. I'm actually virtually certain that's what the problem is. But let's go through the list of flags anyway. Yeah. Depending on the numeric value of an enum is like questionable. It's a very questionable thing to do. That was definitely very hacky of me to try. Oh, no, I don't. I'm not doing it actually. I'm depending on the value of the max axis index, and that's separate. Max axis index should be right. That should return 0, 1, 2. Am I doing anything with this? If max axis index is greater than 0, yeah. Max axis index is greater than 0. Dimension is flag.x is .x. Could have sworn I was doing something here where I was depending on the value of something, like a hard-coded value somewhere. I guess I'm not. Maybe I'm not doing as bad a job here as I thought I was. Oh, maybe I'm depending on it here. Block type. Here we are. We're referring to the numeric value of block type. I found it. I found the problem. We must not refer to the numeric value of block type. Excuse me. Oh, I accidentally jumped to where it was defined. I go here. So here's the problem. So it was tile ID, source ID. We were getting the wrong source IDs. So we're saying tile coords dot source ID is hall type coords times 4 plus block type times 2. What if I just get rid of the times 2? Because wall was 1 and now it's 2. And we only care about wall. Maybe I fixed it. No, I did not. Okay. I'm gonna pause here and I'm just gonna confirm my suspicion. So tile blocks, let's look at the tile blocks list. Dictionary size 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So these are all mostly floors. Are there any doors? Oh. These are all being misidentified as floors. And then being drawn as walls. Okay, that's an interesting problem. I need to rearrange my tile set. Fix this. Let's look at the floor layer. I bet floor layer is also referring to block type. It is. And so block type was 0. All right, let's look at this tile set. So we have outer floor side, outer floor top, outer wall side, outer wall top. 2. I mean, I can do something hacky here, which is probably what we're gonna do. We're gonna probably say something like, wait, why are we saying plus block type? We can just hard code this value. So we'll just say plus nothing here. And then here we'll say plus 2. See if that works. There's definitely something else going on. Okay, we fixed the wall thing. Okay. So we fixed some of it, not all of it clearly. This is being misidentified as a middle hull. So we are placing and drawing the correct kind of tile at least now, but there's some hull type issues. What's interesting is that if I start drawing, like if I draw a wall up here, then I go back down, Yeah, our hull type system is totally messed up. All right, so what are we doing here? Something going wrong with the hull system. Hull.compartments.has op block. Maybe there's a problem. I might be doing something down here in the partitioner. No, the partitioner seems like that's working. I don't see any obvious thing that would trigger the partitioner to break. I think there is something just wrong in the hull system. So get hull types. Let's just go line by line. For chords and ship hull dot tile blocks, yeah. If chords dot z is the same as our deck number, also yes. Deck numbers haven't broken or changed. Dimension is not equal to flag.axis.z. So if ship hull.tileblocks chords is the same as a wall, yeah. And if ship hull dot, oh, it's some of this has shit is maybe fucking us up. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm not adding anything. Ship hull dot has chords plus op block dimension. Good work. I rekeyed op block to be based on specific flags. And I set all the layers up to be correct. Make sure. Let's just look here. Yeah, that's all good. Let's undo that. All right, where is the problem? It doesn't seem like it should be with this op block thing. The op block thing should be resolved. So if ship_hall.tileblocks chords.opblock is equal to flag.block.wall, all types chords is flag hall.middle. This seems to be getting triggered all the time. Like we seem to always be setting the hall to the middle. Similarly. So if ship. Yeah, I don't understand exactly. Maybe we're picking the wrong source ID. Maybe the problem, maybe once again, we're selecting the right hulls and we're just picking the wrong values. So let's look down here to the Atlas chords. Because we're definitely picking the wrong values in this situation. Like if we draw something here and then we draw something down here. Yeah, we're picking the wrong values. Okay. That's gotta be it. Oh my god, what even is that? Like, what's even happening here? Yeah, we're picking the wrong values. Okay. So the problem is probably here. Oh. Oh, no. Never mind. We're indexing into a vector. That's fine. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Something about the way we changed the flags broke something to do with the auto tiler, and I don't understand why. So I'll figure that out. I might work on something else for the rest of the stream, just to chill. It's starting to stress me out. I can work on that tonight or tomorrow. Try to figure out where the problem is. I mean, I know the problem is between the keyboard and the chair, but try to figure out exactly where the problem is. I might just draw. I might just draw the rest of the stream. Just chill. What's the size of this? 32 by 32. Indexed. Transparent background. Door. Load up our palette here. Go for the high sat palette. An outer layer. Draw on the outer palette or the outer door. So we want to draw this from the foreground. Kind of want to set these up side by side so I can look at them. Is that a thing that I can do? It's a duplicate view, I mean. Oh, just view it twice, I see. Don't save. So I'm gonna try to open 2 copies of Sprite. So let me do that. I'm gonna try to do this here. Index, transparent. Load our palette. Our high sat palette. We're trying to draw this from a different angle here. So we want, like, for one thing, is this black? No, this is this color. Okay. So we'll say we're actually doing more like this. I'm actually going to start from this. That's what we're going to do. Start from this. We're going to flip it horizontally. And then we're going to grab this part. And we're going to flip. Can I flip just this? Yeah. Flip this. That's not exactly what we're trying to do. But it's not what we're trying to do. Good old Cactus. Hey, Cactus. How's it going? We're flipping some doors. We're drawing a couple of doors I have that form this double door. Let me see if I can show you the regular double door. I could probably show it to you in Godot easier. We're working on some additional viewpoints for this door here. Blast door y-axis. Play this. So we're drawing some additional, like the companion perspectives for this door. What is the game about? It's kind of like we're kind of trying to make like a. Oops, sorry for the Windows. I need to mute Windows notifications in OBS. They're so loud. We're kind of doing an isometric, like Star Trek kind of game. Like, I don't know if you've ever played FTL, Faster Than Light, but we're riffing on that. Right now I'm just drawing some doors. Thank you, appreciate that. How are you? What are you up to? So we need to flip this line so that it goes the other way. But where is the extra material going? That's my question. It's a little confusing because like the line would be here. So da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. -2, okay. So our line work would be da-da-da, 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 da-da, da. Oh, we don't reach all the way across. No, we don't. No, we reach most of the way across. So we want to grab this. We want to put some of this in here. This is wrong. So it's like that, pretty much. That's the top and the side. And then so this part, let's grab this. Well, let's erase this. Then let's grab this part. Try moving this up here. Like here. Maybe I should try doing the other one first. Maybe it'll be easier to do the other one. We need to put this in a different perspective. Let's just start by doing this. Let's just start by changing this. I need some additional space up here is what I need. So we'd put like maybe we extend this up. There's some kind of foreshortening that I'm going to need to do that I need to figure out where it happens. I'm going to do the other one first. So we'll make another one of these that's the same, and we'll do this bottom part. I think I visually imagine how to do that one more easily. One second, I'm gonna be right back. All right, we're back. All right, so we're gonna do this one first instead. So it's gonna be kind of like this. So we'll take this one. Then in here, we will flip it upside down. If anything, I want to do this the other way because of how I like to draw these. I want to do it this way. This one, we're going to flip vertically. So we need to change the relationship here. So we'll put this up. And we'll drag this section of it down. I'll drag this down like that so that it's the opposite. Fill in here. And then what else do we need to do? I mean, there's a lot of things, but we need to move this down at least enough so that we can put in this part. At least do it like this. Yeah, what I'm not sure about is how to stretch it so that it covers the correct distance vertically. I guess I have to change something about it. Oh, this we do like this. Okay. Didn't realize that. Makes sense because there's this and then that. Okay, so that's what the top, although... Oh, maybe the top doesn't look like that. Maybe the top looks like this. Bring it down one. It's supposed to look like that. Looks a little janky. Oh, wait. Off by 2. Okay, so it's supposed to look like this. Frostern, hey, what does FTL stand for? FTL refers to FTL colon faster than light. It is a famous game from 2011, 2012. It's about piloting ships around. It's a little top-down 2D spaceship simulator by Subset Games, the makers of Into the Breach. It was their first game. And it's cool, yeah, you manage fires, oxygen, power, maneuvering your crew around, all that little jazz. We're doing kind of like an isometric 3D version of that. That's our objective here. But how are you doing? Highly recommend this game. Incredible game. It's usually you can buy it for $10 or less. If it's on sale, it's usually like less than $5. $5 or so. Even $10 is a highly good deal, but I've seen it for way less. You're working on, right now working on pixel art. Oh, you too? Nice. Yeah, same. I'm trying to, right now I have the lower section of this door in the foreground and the upper section of the door in the background, and I'm trying to reverse it. And I'm struggling a little bit with the perspective. Maybe I should draw the outline and then worry about everything else. Maybe that's part of my problem, is I'm not starting from the outline. Because the outline, this side of the outline should largely be the same. I just need to flip it. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should just flip the outline and then fill in. I'm like trying to be clever by like copying stuff over. But let's start with that. That seems like the easiest thing to do. Using PyQuare, though. App on Apple products for phone, iPad, etc. Oh, for sure. No worries. I like Sprite. I don't have Apple stuff. I know drawing on a tablet's really nice, really good experience. Drawing on an Apple tablet. And I know they have all their own apps for that stuff. Pix Do you pronounce the X though? Is it Pix Square? Or is it like Grand Prix? Piquare. All right, so we're gonna draw the. We're gonna start by doing the outlines. When I sand, you say it as pix square. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. Do you like that? Do you like that app? A little weird how I have this, but I'm not gonna question it. We're just gonna go all the way over. All the way over to here. Okay, we're gonna stop one short. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this seems to be how we're supposed to do it. We do that. Is that right? It's consistent. Whether it's right or not, I don't know. It looks like it's supposed to stop here. Oh, but we're not drawing all the way across. Right. I might have gone too far. The challenge. Doing this is challenging for me. I should save these so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Has multi-tab viewing, like what you're doing. You can use the Apple Pencil to work on there. You tried PC with tablets before. You had issues with the tablet software not working all the time. Your cats wanted to sit on the tablets. They leave the iPad alone, though. Huh. That's curious. All right, so this is double. This is door, double, lower. No, this is upper. Door, double, upper. We're going to call this door, double, upper, foreground. Double, upper, 4. Ad's about to start. I'm going to snooze the ad because I actually need to wrap it up in a few minutes anyway. So many modifiers. Maybe I should just say background instead of back. Oh, I can say back. Who cares? Foreground, foreground, background. It's pretty obvious what the use case is for me, at least. All right, well, I'm going to probably keep working on this tomorrow. This is an interesting problem. I should probably sketch it out and try to think about it. I think there's something that's going to happen. I should probably just try to draw it as a solid block and then see what I end up with. But I think doing the outlines first is a good idea and then sorting it out. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming in, Frostern. Good old Cactus, Pandas, Venomweed, Lucas Molina. Appreciate everyone hanging out today. I gotta wrap it up. I gotta get to work. Got a day job. But we'll be back Friday. I can't stream tomorrow. I got some more lab work I need to get done, so skipping tomorrow's stream. Yeah. I'll be back on Friday, and we'll keep working on doors. Drawing doors, coding doors, placing doors. In my free time, I'm going to try to figure out this weird bug that we've run into from some change that I made. I'll run that down in my own time. Thank you for the follow, Frostern. Yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.